I'll get started. Hello, everyone. Again, my name is Meng Jiang. I'm a staff researcher at GM Battery R&D. I'm also the GM lead of the Technical Advisory Committee at USABC. So today, I will talk about some new opportunities for the developmental partnership between the USABC and the US battery developers. To start, I'd like to give you some high-level introduction about USABC. We are a collaborative research organization, including people from Ford, General Motors, and Stellantis. And our mission is to guide the domestic battery technology development to accelerate the commercialization of the next generation EVs. So we get funding from DOE, and then we do this collaboration through a development partnership with the DOE and the national labs. So there are four main parties within USABC. We have DOE, who is responsible for providing funding, coordination, and also provide their government perspectives. And we also have the automotive OEMs who are responsible for program management, setting goals, setting up the test method, and also provide the industry experience and expertise. We also have national labs who are responsible for performance characterization, abuse testing, and also developmental assistance. The developmental partners, they are the ones who receive fundings from USABC. So they are responsible for providing their technical expertise really to further development their technology to either meet or surpass USABC targets. So here shows a high-level overview of the org chart inside of USABC. On top, we have one person from each OEM, and that will compose the management committee. And then underneath, we have the technical advisory committee and a business manager. So within this technical advisory committee, we have group of people from all OEMs and national labs and also DOE. With all these members in this tag, we form some kind of work groups. So either this work group is responsible for for the program management, or they're responsible for releasing RFPI documents, reviewing the proposals, and also generate documents such as test manuals or setting up goals. So as I mentioned, our main objective is to help the battery companies to accelerate their technology through application focus. And also we start to focus lots of effort to help the development of the domestic supply chain, which is a new activity for this new funding opportunity. So through the providing customer requirements or engaging with the customers and the funding help and the collaboration opportunities, we hope to help with a faster application readiness of the batteries developers technology. So there are three main responsibilities for USABC. First of all, we define the research focus areas. So in this new funding opportunity, we are going to focus on the EV cell development as well as cell components development. As I mentioned, we also have some effort to improve the supply chain as well as recycling programs. So the next responsibility is to manage the development programs. So within this responsibility, we need to set up the quantitative performance targets, releasing RFPIs and reviewing the proposals and award the programs. We also have ongoing collaboration with developmental partners throughout the awarded programs. Last but not least, we do the evaluation of the hardwares, which is usually battery cells that are the deliverables from the developmental partners. So for this one, we will need to develop the test menus for the cell evaluation. We also conduct external third-party performance validation. So you probably have heard that USABC was rewarded $60 million by DOE to fund the pre-competitive EV battery R&D within US. So that $60 million is government funding, and with a cost share, we have totally about $90 million for this whole funding opportunity. So currently, we have developed the consensus, the battery targets, mainly on the cells, and also we issued the request for proposal information to select the partners. And for this activity, our focus will rely on the technologies that has demonstrated feasibility but needs further development to meet the product requirement. So as you can see that our priority mainly focus on the TRL 4 to 7. So this current opportunity was actually started in January last year. However, due to the government shutdown and various issues, we just released the RFPI document. I think September or October last year, and the submission deadline was actually the end of February this year. The cost share will be ranging from 20 to 50%, depending on the technology focus areas. And the total program's duration is between 2 to 3 years, and with a budget between $3 to $10 million. As listed here on the pie chart, you can see that we have not only cell level development areas, but also the cell components development, and as well as recycling and prototype cell fabricators, which I will talk more in details in the later slides. I'd like to talk a little bit more about our programs. Typically, we require hardware deliverable at the beginning, interim, and the final checking point of the program. And then the cells will be delivered to the national labs and for their performance validation test. We will meet with the developers on a quarterly basis. And this way means the work groups that include members from each OEM and also DOE and national lab personnel. We do not accept any confidential information as well as the export controlled information. The proposals will be evaluated based on 4 primary criteria that include the technical merit, the technical approach, the program cost, and the developer competency. So in this slide, I'd like to give you some past examples from our last cooperative agreement with DOE. For example, we have a silicon anode cell developer that their current cells has met the energy density targets of the USABC. However, they were demonstrated in a relatively small format of cells, and our program has helped them to further develop the technology to extend their cycle life and scale to a EV relevant cell size. Another example is a developer that they have demonstrated 10 minutes fast charging capability, and also achieved 1,000 cycles using majority silicon anode. In the past, we also supported several battery recyclers that they have successfully produced the cell or the cycled cells and produce the raw materials, use those cycled cells and demonstrate very good cycling capability of those materials. So in the next couple slides, I will talk about more details about the cell level targets as well as components level targets. So in this new opportunity, we have 3 sets of cells. We characterize them based on kind of chemistry based. The EV cell is mainly focusing on the NMC or layered cathode materials paired with silicon type of anode materials. And then the low-cost earth-abundant EV cells is focusing on the LFP-based cathode or sodium-ion batteries. The high-energy EV cell level targets are mainly based on the lithium metal anode technologies. So based on different chemistry, as you can see that the energy density targets are also pretty different. We also identify different fast charge capability as well as cycle life different cycle life requirements. So another thing I want to mention is that all of these targets are end-of-life targets. For example, for the EV cells, this 700 watt-hour per liter, that means that at the end of 1,000 cycles with 100% fast charge event, the cells still have 700 watt-hour per liter energy density. Then the next category is about active materials. Again, here we have targets for both cathode and anode, and we have both materials level targets as well as cell level targets. At the materials level, we are looking at the specific capacity, nominal voltage, irreversible capacity loss, and cost. And on the cell level, you see that we have cycle life requirements, candle life, pressure, and swelling. And then for the electrolyte technology, we have targets set for both solid electrolyte and the liquid electrolyte. Again, we also have both material and cell level different targets. But another thing I want to mention that for all of these components level development programs, the developer are required to deliver cells as a final deliverable to the USABC. So as I mentioned that helping the supply chain development is a new activity in this new funding opportunity. So in this category, we are looking at the inactive materials, including conductive additives, binder, current collector, packaging materials, and some other related innovations or enablers. We are also looking at separator development, mainly that we are hoping the new technology can enhance the battery safety or enable advanced electrode materials or improve the functional properties or with cost and less environmental impact. So the next category is about recycling programs. In the past, our recycling programs have been focusing on the cathode materials recycling, mainly on the layered cathode materials. But in this new opportunity, we are looking at new cathode materials, graphite, or novel recycling technology, enabling technologies, or next-gen chemistries. The last but not least opportunity is about the cell fabrication facilities. So in the past, we have noticed that to evaluate some new technologies at the cell level, but it is on a cell component. It's by the cell component developers, but they do not necessarily have the capability to make good cells. So we realize that the unreliable cell building can lead us to a faulty conclusion or unconclusive conclusion. So with that lessons in mind, in this opportunity, we would like to evaluate cell fabrication facilities in US. So if we think this cell fabrication facility are capable of making high quality cells, we could recommend to our future developers, partners. So in this RFPI, we hope the cell fabricator will submit RFPI, and then through the proposal review process will select the promising facilities, and the cell fabricator can submit their demo cells to the national labs, and the national labs will do the final evaluation. And once we are satisfied with the cell testing results, these developers can be recommended to the component level developers to further demonstrate their for the cell developers, the component developers to work with cell fabricators and then deliver cells to national labs in their own programs. So until the end of February, we have received about 100 programs, 100 proposals. So as you can see that this is a distribution of the different technology areas. We have received lots of proposals from the cell fabricators and lots of proposals from the EV cells integrators as well. So in this slide, I'm showing the proposal review and award process. So firstly, the proposal will be reviewed by USABC work group, and then the work group will provide their recommendations to the TAC and MC for their approval. And then once the MC approved the proposals, will submit for DOE for their R-test review. And then once DOE approve the proposal, then we move to the next step as a negotiation phase and then lead to the program kickoff phase. We use this quantitative proposal evaluation form, QPE form, to do the proposal evaluation. So as I mentioned in the previous slides, we have different merit to give ratings of the proposals, and then based on the ratings, we make decision on the selected proposals. So to conclude, I hope that I have convinced you that USABC is here to help with the for acceleration of your technology, and our main focus is to lower the battery cost and increase the driving range, and also fast charge capability and durability. And also we address the material availability and the sustainability. If you are interested in working with us, you can find our proposal information on our website. If you have any questions, you can email to this, send your email to this address, and someone will contact you later. And with that, I'd like to thank DOE for the funding support and our national lab partners for their support for the cell evaluation. And I'm open for any questions.